Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the Faces Digest, and welcome back to to Subnautica. In the last episode, we basically were searching for the Holy Grail, that is the Cyclops engine pieces, and basically the Cyclops engine pieces, I need 2 of them, and I have acquired some coordinates in regards to that, so we will actually be pursuing those coordinates, and of course we'll be doing that with the Seamoth, not the prawn suit, and hopefully we will actually be constructing a Cyclops in this episode. That is the plan, but of course plans can change, they can oscillate up and down, left and right, you know. One, two. Are you? There we go. I was like, are you freaking for real? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Excelente al dente. Right, like I said, I have the coordinates for the for 3 wrecks that contain Cyclops engine parts. Hopefully one of them will actually contain the Cyclops engine parts. So we're just going to go ahead and enter the Seamoth here. And if I were to press F1, there we go, that will open up the thing that I need. And build time, plastic, what changes? Camera world position. I'm going to need to get that to minus 138, so over here. So minus 118, my bad. Minus 118, minus 177. So is that this way? Yeah, that is this way. Minus 177. The other one will be plus 800 and something. So the first one should be a relatively safe one. There we go. So yeah, so that's 177 in the depth compartment, and it'll need to be 835 positive, so this way. Okay. I hope my dude did not get his coordinates mixed up, because I'm basically just going back to base now. Yeah, buzz off. Okay. Yeah, but one is X, one is Y, one is Z. So the Z one is in plus 800. So by the time I get to plus 800, that's gonna be a long trip already. So there we go, minus 300. So plus 835. I mean, I have all the necessary tools to actually necessitate this journey. It's just going to take a little while until we get there. Now we're in the grassy plateau, Camp Forest. This is also a nice thing here, we can actually see in which zone we are. That is also quite important. Because for now we're just chugging along and we still have like 800 more I don't want to say meters, but 800 more units to go. Let's just refer to them as units. I believe that would be much simpler for everybody. Safe shallows. Okay. Make sure your lights are turned off, because the lights will attract them. Okay, now we're going down. We do have to go minus 100 and something. So I do believe we're on the right path because we're going like this. We should be hitting that wreck relatively soon. So minus 100. Yeah, I can see a little bit of a wreckage over there, but that's not it. Both of the first two need to be at minus 100 and something, so... This one is approaching minus 100. This one is also approaching minus 100. This one is going away from minus 100. Yeah, but the thing is, we still need to get to 800, so... We're just gonna go until we reach 800, then we're gonna worry about the rest of it. Okay, 700. Nearly 700. Oh yeah, so that is death. Okay, okay. 800, 800, 800. Yeah. This is it. I can already see the engine fragments. I'm just gonna place this in a relatively safe position here. There we go.
Erosion patterns on the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
Yeah, there we go. Engine fragment 1. Engine fragment 2. And now we officially have our Cyclops. There we go. All it took is a little bit of internating. I will actually make a video, I think, in the future. How you can actually do that. But for now, let me just scan a little bit of this. So we can actually get some other stuff. Yeah, we can go ahead and chuck all of this. And I will do on the all of the wrecks location as a guide. That is definitely something that I can do. Especially when you turn on creative mode and you basically turn off the... Well, basically the ability for the AI to recognize you. As soon as you do those two things, Subnautica is the easiest game ever, and you're basically just chilling and exploring. But yeah, I can do it like that just to show off a bunch of things. That is also creative mode. Yeah, essentially just creative mode. But I can explain a bunch of different things on how to craft it, because I know how to play this game very well, and I basically don't use cheats for this game because there's no need. You can avoid most of the enemies, and most of the enemies are just well, basically brain dead.
RAWN Safety Instructions Appendix A14. Don't climb on or get off equipment while it's moving.
Well, that sort of makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Okay, that's just another one. Nothing too special. Another propulsion cannon. Yeah, that's another part that just crashed into this. And this should lead us outside. Then we can just go ahead and go to the base. Yeah. I just go like this. Turn off the map. Trust me. Very rarely will you ever need the map on a prawn suit. Not on a prawn suit, but on this thing. Very, very rarely. Cyclops engine fragment, there we go. That's another one. That's a diamond. Some gold. Okay, there we go. We have some jelly mushrooms. I'm just pleased I was able to get the engine fragments finally. Now we're gonna just go head back to base and attempt to build this behemoth. I shouldn't be missing resources, but before we actually build the Cyclops itself, I will need to create a bunch of power cell chargers, because the Cyclops is an absolute unit. It takes 6 power cells to build. Then it takes 6 power cells for it to be charged. And that is a bit of a pain in the ass. So for a successful long journey, you need to at least have 12 extra ones in order to basically just, you know, chuck them out. That puts you at a total of whopping 18. And in order to get 18 to be charged at once, if we divide it by 2, you will need 10 power cell charger fragments. That is power cell charging stations. And I don't really like the number 9, so I'm just gonna go for 10. And I'll have to figure out where on earth I'm going to put that. And to actually get 10 of them, that is a daunting task. Although I'm just gonna make sure that it is actually 6, because Cyclops power cells. Okay, let's go ahead and do it like this. Cyclops power needs. The Cyclops is powered via power cells and can have up to 6 installed. Standard power cells allow for a total of 1200 units of energy. So yeah, 6 of them is minimum for it to actually operate as it should. Essentially not, but you can operate it with 1 power cell, but you won't exactly get very far, if you know what I mean. So the thing is, in order to basically effectively do it, to extend the range on how far you can actually take the Cyclops, it's essentially recommended to have at least 12 additional ones. Yeah, I can just line them up here. 12 additional ones that will just serve as kind of a buffer, if you will, so that you just don't get stranded somewhere out there. And yeah, that's basically the only reason that you should have 10 power cell chargers. 9 times 2 is 18. 10 times 2 is 20. So yeah. Battery cell charger. Okay, excellent. Now regarding the actual Cyclops itself, you do have the option of just basically constructing, you know, battery chargers inside of your Cyclops, but that will drain additional power for your tools. Alternatively, you can just bring along a bunch of replacements as well, and once you come back you just charge them all up. That is a valid strategy as well. So we will be expanding our power charging capabilities. So let me just go ahead and go into the No, that's the scanner into the habitat builder. And let's see what we will need for the interior modules, more specifically for the power cell chargers. So I will need 20 rubies, 20 titanium. I believe I have 20 rubies. 20 titanium, definitely have it. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. 10. Okay. $11, $12, $13, $14. I don't have enough rubies. Well, that's a goddamn shame. What else is needed? Let me actually write that down. I will need 20 additional rubies as to not mess up my supply. So 20x rubies, 20x titanium, and what else? 10 advanced wiring kits. 10x advanced VK. Okay. And how do I make 10 advanced wiring kits? I'm going to need... Okay, so that is for one. So I will need 10 regular wiring kits. 10x wiring kits. 10x computer chips. Okay. And 20x gold. Okay, and for basic wiring kits, I will need 10 times 2, 20 silver. 20x silver. Now that is what is needed just to get the power cell chargers going. In order to craft 12 additional power cell. Oh yeah, I'm basically gonna have to create a flowchart of that. But this will give me just a basic idea of what I need to gather. Right. In order to craft the actual, what do you call it? The actual thingamabob. Mobile vehicle bay. Where is it at? Okay. Plasteel ignite, enamel glass, lubricant. Lead advanced plasteel ignite. How do I make plasteel ignite again? Titanium ignite, okay, plasteel ignite. Okay, the Cyclops is going to be the cheapest thing in here. Huh. That's actually rather odd. Okay, so yeah, we've been at it for 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna go. I was just going to go ahead and go and gather up a bunch of things. Let me just get a bite to eat, then we can leave. So I have to start my shift relatively soon, and then once I'm doing that, I'm just gonna make a spreadsheet. On what needs to be done. And let's just do another one. Why not? I'm gonna make the total amount of things that I need and just print it out so I can have a general gist of it. But essentially a bunch of rubies will be needed. I'm low on rubies. I will need silver. What do I need for computer chips? See, that I didn't even check. For computer chips, I'm gonna need more gold and copper. So gold, copper, and silver, along with ruby, are what is needed. Titanium is... God damn it. So rubies, silver, gold, and copper, basically, is what I'm looking for. Okay, we can find all of that over here, I imagine. So silver, gold, copper, basically. Silver, gold, and copper. Nothing more, nothing less. And rubies, of course. I will need plenty of rubies. Titanium, already have it. I did get a bunch of it. So that is something that I'll need to keep in mind. I do have a bunch of titanium that I need to use. Basically, if nothing else, then just to free up my inventory space. But yeah, we're just going to head on over this way. Because right on over this way should be what we need. Okay, so that'll be perfect. Right. Yeah, but then I'm gonna need a bunch of copper and I'm gonna need a bunch of mushrooms. I do have a bunch of mushrooms. I have a more fuller idea once I actually do this. Well, it's not a spreadsheet, it's more of a just like a shopping list, if you will. But yeah, a bunch of stuff I will need to gather anyways, so resources are resources, they are there to be used. And if I were to just proceed, well, this was I was actually planning on upgrading all of this sooner or later, so might as well do it so I can have a full setup for my Cyclops. And that way I don't even have to think about it. This is titanium, quartz. That one over there is salt. Along with more titanium. Salt is currently something that I do not need currently. That can of course very well change. But for now, we're looking for silver, we're looking for gold, we're looking for copper. And this should be titanium. No, silver ore. I'm gonna need what, like 20 pieces of it. So the more I can gather without actually, you know, completely annihilating and nuking my stored supplies, that'll be good. I also have to be careful about that big ass Leviathan that's overhead, but that's neither here nor there. We're kinda used to it. That is, at least I am. There's a freaking big ass Leviathan that wants to eat you. I mean, he can try to ping me. I'm just gonna shove this and mine his face off while repeatedly punching him. I'm not gonna go quietly. The Leviathan can count on that. He. Okay. Yeah, that was silver. This was the crash site where I was at. That is the wreckage, titanium, that is salt. Okay. This should be titanium as well, yeah. Yeah, I do want to head on down here. The thing is, the rubies are going to be a bit more of a problem because they're not as common as, for example, silver. Silver is relatively common. As you can see, we found already a nice little supply of it. But rubies I'll have to manually pick. One by one, one by one, one by one, and I'll have to get at least 20 pieces. Or at least 10 pieces, as to not fully leave myself without rubies. What else? Right, we also need gold, we also need copper. This might even be a 2-trip sort of operation. Okay, yeah, there's more that can be done here. I was kind of thinking of actually, let's just check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, fuck me sideways. Yeah, buzz off. Buzz off, buzz off, buzz off, buzz off. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, now were you? Freaking asshole. Okay. Yeah, that's more silver. I have more than 20 pieces of silver, which should be good. I should leave some space for copper and titanium. Alright, I did actually get a message here. I didn't get it. Whenever I'm recording, I just keep getting messages. When I'm not recording, nobody bothers to even say hi. I guess it sort of attracts people, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what we can find on over here. I'm kind of just wondering. Yeah, there's the bastard right there. I mean, my repair tool works. I have no idea how he actually spotted me, since I was relatively... I wasn't making a commotion or anything. But he spotted me nonetheless. And while I was actually outside of my vehicle, that is also something else. So we're currently in the dunes. Which I guess sort of makes sense. Right, if we were to turn on down over here. Yeah, that's quartz. That is something else entirely. Okay, you can buzz off with that teleporting bullshit. See, this is why I prefer the Cyclops, because with the Cyclops, you can basically just cycle through all of this BS, and you have a bunch of cameras that essentially work. But yeah, there are a bunch of rubies here, so I guess that's something. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's 4. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we're at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's go for 21. 22. Yeah, there he is. I am ready to punch them in the face. Right, so let's just get some copper and some gold and we're golden. No pun intended. Those are the only two ingredients that I'm currently now missing. I thought rubies were going to be a bitch to find, but I guess I was wrong. In the end, I think it's going to be like the most common of things, and that is metal. That's going to be very hard to find. Not metal, but the copper itself. Although I did mine quite a bit of it, to be fair. Gold as well, but yeah, it's important thing I actually renewed my ruby supply. And there we go. Okay, and of course now I'm just going to fall down like an idiot. Oh god, fucking damn it. Okay, let's try a different tactic. Let's go over here. Like this. I definitely need an upgraded jetpack boost, which I do believe I was actually leaving one of those upgrade slots that you can see down there for that exact reason. Jebać ću ti mamu, znači jebać ću ti mamu, jebać ću ti mamu, jebać ću ti mamu. Šta je bilo, da jebem li ti majku? Yeah. Buzz off. Punch, punch, punch. It's these guys that are annoying that actually teleport you out. That guy, I mostly like to avoid him because he's a pain in the ass. He has a lot of health points. But if push comes to shove, well, I can just do this. You know, I can mine his face in. If it comes to that, you know. But hopefully it won't. Hopefully we can come to a sort of mutual understanding that if you fuck with me, I'm going to obliterate your entire family. But yeah, generally, if you're in the position to take care of them permanently, you should do it. And I haven't actually checked out mods for this game, but if there's a mod where you can actually get a weapon and nuke them, that would be extremely satisfying. And I, in all honesty, hope that somebody did make that. Just imagine you can nuke them, you go kabloom, and they are no more. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of titanium to do this, but yeah, over here, that is down here, we'll be able to find some copper. And perhaps even some gold. That is a modification station terminal, that is lithium. I currently do not need any lithium, but yeah, I know that this is a good place to find it as well. This should be the mushroom forest, yeah. Okay, nothing yet. We'll find some, I'm sure of it. Hop, up, 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 up. I'm not falling down there, that's for sure. Because there's no point in doing that. Yeah, that is for the Cyclops. That's all well and good, but the main problem is I need freaking copper. I mean, I do have enough copper, most likely, and enough gold to actually pull all of this off, but it just... it just doesn't feel right using up all of my supplies. I'll have to actually go ahead and mine them out again. Well, I guess that sort of does even make sense, in all honesty. But the question is, do I have enough? That is the main question. Looky, looky. Does want a cookie? Does Cookie want a cookie? This is actually frightening. If I had to do this in real life, it would be... I would most likely die from a panic attack or something. Because this is just generally terrifying, and there we go, some copper ore finally. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of it, like 20 or even 40 pieces, so... But I do believe I don't have enough components for that, so we're just going to try our best with what we have. I'll make a flow chart of everything that I need for the next episode, and we'll be golden. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's like 10 pieces there. Okay, yeah, we got the rubies, we got the copper. Nicely done. If I could find one more copper ore node, that would be amazing. Perfect. Ye who ask shall receive. So saith the prawn suit. Because God certainly didn't say that. He said he who prays for it will... I have no idea what God says, you know, honestly. But all I do know is that both of my inventories are full to the brim with precious resources that are just going to disappear pretty soon. And that should be it for that one. Okay. And I believe we're just about out of time. I believe we can make it to the base and that'll be it. I have to go and actually start getting ready for work. And I'm not quite so sure my inventory is... Yeah, my inventory is full. Even if I wanted to continue, I couldn't. I would need to go back to base because I just don't have any more space. But the important thing is we did gather up a majority of the resources. And I do have a feeling that I should just start crafting the components I need right away. But before I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and establish a nice little flow chart, and that'll be it. Usha. Okay, we just gotta get over this hill here. And we shall be in base. But the 20 rubies are something else, in all honesty. That I wasn't actually expecting to get. So easily, that is. And I do believe I picked up more than 20, so... With the ones I actually have back at base, we should be in a surplus of them. So that is always good. Battery charger wise, I am kind of thinking that just in general, having a bunch of batteries on hand would be more useful and more beneficial than actually having a battery charger by itself within the Cyclops, because the Cyclops already, in all honesty, does use up a substantial amount of power just by itself. And I'll also need to figure out how to put in a planter, and I'm gonna get the boba tree in there. So I will need at least minimum one planter just for the food and for the water part. And then after that, alright, basically constructing additional lockers for all of the loot. That's gonna cost a bunch of titanium as well. Luckily, titanium is easily found, if you will. I mean, technically, I wouldn't even need to construct that many power cells by themselves. There's power cell chargers, because I could just in total get, you know, what do you call it? I could just put them into vehicles here that I have and they will charge. But that is a tedious process. It's much better just to pick up all of the power cells as it's out of the Cyclops and just, you know, go kablamo on it. Put the sea moth in its place. That is the prawn suit, because the sea moth is gonna basically stay here, because the prawn suit is the vehicle to go for the actual thingamabob. And that is why I'm just gonna place it here, because the sea moth, with the upgraded sea moth, I'll be able to, well, basically just have a bunch of stuff at the ready. But yeah, let's just put all of these rubies in here and basically everything else. I'm just gonna take it out of the prawn suit. Right, I haven't even gotten a lick of gold. Are you freaking crazy? Right, like I was saying, I haven't gotten any gold. Hopefully I have enough. If not, I shall go ahead and get more. It simply is what it is, and we shall see. Okay. Let's get that copper ore. Let's get this locker over in here. Okay, that's good. And we still... yeah, I know. Leave me alone. Don't you see I'm working here? Tirelessly mining all of the silver, the rubies, the gems. Okay, there we go. So that is a major boost in our resources, which should prove quite fruitful once the time comes. Right, I'll also need to transfer a bunch of the mushrooms in here, so...
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay, good. Switch container in there. Okay, I'll be going making a list, then we're just going to basically create the Cyclops and gather up anything else that is left in the next one.